Morning, it's Monday of another week. Let's get straight in and I'll show you what's going on. Okay, so I've lifted the Discovery 2 chassis off of the axle stands and on top of the Range Rover chassis. I have bolted the two together at the front. I bolt each side so they can't go anywhere. I haven't bolted the back down, I haven't needed to, but I have ratchet strapped them both. I was going to ask the farmer if he can move this with his machine, but I'll give it a quick go with the Land Rover. If we succeed, it saves bothering him. If we don't, we'll give him a call. So, let's get this started, because once this is over next door, I want to get the MG in, see if I can get that hose fitted today. And then, yeah, because obviously I'm at the farm Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But anyway, worry about that later. Let's concentrate on getting this over. Right, so I've had the MG in and I've put the T-piece in. Let me show you in there. So now we've got to refill it up with coolant and bleed it all. Now I've done a video on this already, which if I remember, I'll link it in. But basically, you've got 3 bleed points. You've got to fill up your coolant reservoir. And then, first bleed point is on the radiator. In there, but be really careful because they're plastic, so you don't want to go too crazy. But I don't know how much I'm going to have lost by just having that pipe off, but we'll see. So that's open. So basically now I'm going to fill up until it starts coming out of here. There we go, we've got a steady stream out of there. So that's the first one to undo. Now the next is this one here. And as you can see, that's already coming out. Nice steady stream there. So we'll do that back up. Okay, next one is the 8mm on the coolant pipe. It is just to the right of the head. So it's the big coolant pipe there. There's an 8mm bung in that. Again, you've got to be careful not to undo it and lose it, because obviously if you've done it completely and water starts pouring out, you might end up dropping it somewhere, and we don't want to do that. So slowly catch your monkey. I'm going to do that and use 2 hands because I don't want to drop it, so you'll have to take my word for it. Right, it's now all bled up. I'm going to run the car, let it get up to temperature, put the heater matrix on, etc. I've topped the coolant up since, but I'll keep an eye on that. And then once it's sort of up to temperature, I will go around and nip them all off again and just see if any more air comes out. So, right, let's get it running. Okay, the fans have kicked in. We've got the one at the side. Oh, and this one's gone off already with the ignition. But yeah, so it's got up to temperature. So I'm just going to leave it to cool down a little bit, and then I will quickly crack off the bleed nipples again. But I've done them once while it was running and it all was fine. The heaters are hot in the car, so I think it's pretty good to go. So I think we've got away with it, hopefully. Obviously the test drive will be the decider. So yeah, I'll have a cup of tea, give it a minute, check the bleed, put it back together. Okay, so I am now going to use the MG today. I'm going to take it home, see how it is. So I've got 3 days at the farm, so I'll use it next few days, and then we'll come back on Friday and see if it's behaved itself. Today we are practicing loading on the JCB, currently using pallets. So we're going to be stacking some pallets up today, getting a bit of a lesson in on that. So I'll see what else I can show you in a bit. Now we are trying to repair the track. So I've been tasked with loading the shovel up with road planings and stone, and coming down the tracks and filling in the holes just to get used to the loader, how it works, and to make the tracks a bit nicer come harvest, because as you can see we are growing nicely. So let's get on with this. Okay, so I've not enjoyed this job, I must admit. I've been doing it for a couple of hours, but I'm trying to grade the track ready for harvest. So I've been loading up chippings, bringing them down, dropping them on, and trying to grade it out. Obviously, because of the undulations, trying to get it flat is more difficult than I'd imagined. Obviously it's my first day on the loader, so yeah, some bits like over here some bits over here were quite easy to do because it's fairly flat anyway, but when it's undulated it makes it a lot more difficult. I know there's probably people who will do this in one go, and watching the farmer who I'm working for do a bit, yes, he made it look very, very easy, but I am struggling a bit, I must admit. But I've only been in it, what's the time now, 3 o'clock. I've only been in it for 3 and a bit hours, so you know, I'd like to think after a few days I might get the hang of it. But anyway, we must continue. Back in my happy place today, I'm in the big John Deere. We're doing some brake testing on the trailers, so I'm hitching them up, bringing them to this place, chucking them on the rollers and testing the brakes. I'll see if I can get some video for you later on. They've put a weight box on, so the trailer isn't empty when they're testing the brakes, and I think they're just trying to input it into the computer. I'm guessing to see what it should work like, so we're just waiting for the instructions. Right, the low loader's done. It's now the barrel's turn, so let's head over to the rollers. I'm really angry with myself. I turned too sharply this morning and caught one of the hydraulic hoses and broke it. Not good on my 3rd or 4th day, however many it is now. I've offered to repair it, I've asked if I can go and replace it, but apparently there's a hydraulics man coming out tomorrow anyway, so I've requested the bill for that. So I'm really upset with myself, really annoyed. Anyway, I'm back on the loader. I've got to go and move a couple of bits about in another part of the farm, so that's where I'm going now, rather annoyed. Right, so next job I've been tasked with is this tree is across our access between fields. So while I've got the loader and the forks on, I've got to move it. So I'll give this a go. Right, there we go. I've just pushed it into the ditch for now. We can obviously retrieve it at some point, but at least now we can get into the field. So that's the job done for today, I think, for this. Sweaty mess this morning, it's bloody hot. I'm servicing the JCB telehandler, and I've just gone around and greased all the grease points. I'll probably show you them another time, there's lots of people around and I don't want to embarrass myself by showing you. But anyway, there is 7 points on the back panel when you open the back panel. One for the boom arm, and then a bank of 4 that go along to other parts of the arm, and another couple as well, so there's 7 in total. There's 3 on each prop, 1 on the slip joint and 1 on each UJ, and then obviously the front arm has got loads of different bits all over for the different linkages. So I've done all those. I'm now doing filters, not changing, just blowing them out. So I've got the engine filter out. It's very simple, just lift the engine lid and you can see it on top, a couple of clips, it's away. Pollen filter, hang on. Pollen filter is down behind a little thumb screw that's here, so we'll pull that out and give that a clean. And apparently there's another one the other side of this box as well, under the arm, but I haven't got to that yet. So I'm just going to pull these out, give them a clean and refit them. Right, now I've serviced it, I'm back on grading duties on the track at the other part of the farm. As I said to you the other day, I didn't do very well at this, so I've just got to keep trying really, I suppose. Right, hang on. I've got to load some of those planings into the bucket, and then we'll go off down the track and see where we get to. My grading's definitely getting better. I wouldn't say it's perfect yet, but I'm definitely getting more of the hang of it. And actually, I know it looks a bit bad, but when you drive over it, it's fairly smooth, which is what we want. And even when we're loaded with 18 tonne of grain, that will certainly flatten it out and smooth it out as well. So I think I'm getting there. It's hard work. It's annoying that I can't get it straight away, but you know, I've got to learn. Right, so that's it for this week. So as you saw, I'd been on the farm for a few days. Bit of an up and down few days, I've got to be honest. But you know, practice makes perfect, as I've been told. So anyway, the trailer's fixed. I've put the new hose back on. Haven't had the bill for it yet. I have said I'm going to pay for it, but I don't know whether I'm actually going to get it or not. But anyway, yeah, we'll see. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe and share. Next week we've got the farmer's truck in for a service, so I'll be doing a how-to on that on a Hilux. As for the rest of the week, I've no idea what's in store, so we'll wait and see. So yeah, have a great weekend. It's supposed to be delightful, and I will see you next week in another video. Thanks guys.